Hello and welcome to the Data Management course for Semester 2. I'm your instructor. My name is Lisa Davies, and you can call me Lisa when you're emailing me and contacting me throughout the course. It just makes it a lot easier. I just wanted to start by giving you a little tour of the tools that you're going to need to use the most for this course. So if you can follow along with me, I think this will save a lot of time for everyone and make sure that there's no misunderstandings about what you need to do each day for the daily lessons. When you're looking at the web page when you first log on, you'll see something similar to what I have up here on the screen. And along the top of the screen, we have what we call the course dashboard. That's these little icons up here, and they allow you to do various things in the course. You're not going to need to use them a whole lot. The ones that you will use more often are the email, the communication, and sometimes the assessment. The class progress, I'll show you how that works a little bit later as well. Everything that you need for this course, I have moved to the home page of the course, and I'm going to ask you to not go anywhere else in terms of looking for course content and things like that. Everything you need should be accessible right from the home page. If you can't find it, just email me and I will get back to you really quickly and help you navigate to where you're trying to go. Here's a really important part of our course homepage. This is a Google Calendar that I've set up. And what I'm trying to do here, I hope that I'm accomplishing this, is I'm trying to make this class organized and structured very similarly to the ones that you're taking in your school, where you actually go to a class and there's a teacher there at the front of the room. So I'm trying to organize things for people so that on a day-to-day basis you know exactly what's expected of you, you know exactly what work you need to complete. And if you can stay caught up on a day-to-day basis, then that's what is really, really important for you to be successful in this course. I have tightened up the timeline somewhat, and I'm going to have the expectations of the students in this course similar to that of people in a regular class. So for instance, if you have a test scheduled on Thursday and you happen to wake up that morning and you're sick and you can't come to school, then usually the teacher will say, if you return to school the next day, you can write the test. After that, you can't, because the tests have been marked and handed back, and your term mark is counted in place of that test, or sometimes your final exam mark. So we don't want that to happen. Usually you do better on a test than you do on a final exam. So I need for you to complete the tests, the quizzes, the assignments. When they are given on a certain day, they have to be turned in that day or the next day. Otherwise, there is going to be a late penalty for assignments, and quizzes and tests will not be able to be written, and your exam mark will be substituted for those. So it's really important that you don't get behind. Now, with this calendar, all you need to do is identify the day that you are logging on, and I have chosen an example of February 14th. Oh, that's Valentine's Day. And if you just click on the box from the home page, then this is what you're going to see. You're going to see a pop-out from the Google Calendar, and basically that is the lesson in a nutshell for February 14th. So the lesson title is Bias in Sampling, and it explains a little bit what it is, and then it refers you to some course content. So where it says Bias in Sampling right here, you see that that's actually a blue web link. And so if you press on that inside the Google Calendar, it's going to take you to this page, which contains the content for the lesson. So this is how I want you to navigate through everything, and that way if you follow all the links in each box on a daily basis, you'll make sure that you've done everything that I expect of you and that you haven't missed anything at all. If we go back to our pop-out here, you'll see that this particular lesson also asks you to answer some questions. So here it's asking you to click on this link and it's going to take you to some questions. When you've answered those questions, it wants you to submit them to the Dropbox. One thing that's really important to know in this course, because it's a math course online, is that you do not need to type all of your answers for the work that you're submitting. You can send me a JPEG from a cell phone screenshot. You can take a picture just about any way of your work, as long as it's legible. Handwritten is just fine. And you're going to upload that file to the Dropbox, and the Dropbox link is here for you in the box on the Google Calendar. This particular lesson also has a short quiz. Now, quizzes are formative, which means that I'm using them to gauge understanding and that they don't count in your mark. Lots of people don't like the idea of a multiple choice quiz out of 5, because if you get one wrong, you're down to 80%, and I understand that. And these marks are going to university, so we want everybody to get the highest mark they can. So here's how this is structured. You write the quiz. Hopefully you'll get 80% or 100% on it the first time around, because the quiz is just on the material that you've just learned. If you don't happen to get 80% on it, there are 2 attempts set up. You must write those 2 attempts within 2 days, and hopefully by the second attempt you can get the rest of the questions correct that you didn't get right before, and you get a chance to go back and relearn that material that maybe you didn't understand quite 100% before. Those quizzes must be completed to 80% before you're allowed to move on in the course. You won't be able to open the course content for the next lesson until that's happened. So if it takes you more than 2 attempts to do that, you need to email me right away so I can set up a 3rd or 4th attempt for you, or we can address what the problem is, and I can give you some extra help on that. Now, the way that you see how you did is by using this icon at the top, and this is the class progress. Whenever you write a quiz or submit something to the Dropbox or write a test for me, you will see the progress by clicking on the class progress icon. It'll take you to a screen that looks like this, and you'll see a list of everything that you have done. Mine says no grades. Yours will list everything that's been graded so far. And if you click on those items, it will also show you which questions you got incorrect, so that you know which questions to go back and review again. So you get immediate feedback on your quiz answers. You get a chance to go back and relearn that material and try that quiz again for 80% mastery. So that's a quick little view of the course homepage and how I want you to use it. As we get going in the course, then I will be giving you more updates and more instructions, but let's break it down and just do it a little bit at a time. I will be posting on the course homepage quite frequently under the announcements section or the news section, so please make sure you have that widget or box open on your homepage so that you can see me reminding you of deadlines and giving you information that's important to the course. And as always, please don't hesitate to email me any time of the day. My e-learning period is period 3, but I'm also online period 1 and frequently in the evenings and on weekends. So I will answer your question promptly, and I encourage communication. As a matter of fact, you get 10% of your mark for communication, and I'll explain more on that later as well. I hope you enjoy the course, and I hope that you will contact me whenever you need anything. Thank you.